is scary and just downright fearsome.
A recent surge of hate incidents against Asian Americans having a rippling effect across the country, including here in Arkansas. Good evening and thanks for joining us for Fox 16 News at 9. I'm Kevin Kelly. The concern and fear comes on the heels of a deadly shooting spree in Atlanta in which 6 American Asians were killed, although it has not been called a hate crime by the FBI at this point in time. Still, it brings the issue into discussion, along with a number of other physical attacks, harassment, and workplace discrimination cases nationwide. Our Hunter Hoagland joining us live in studio with reaction from Asian Americans living right here in Arkansas.
Yeah, Kevin, hate crimes targeting Asian people have increased by 150% in 2020 across the U.S. That, according to an analysis released by the Center for the Study of Hate and Extremism at California State University. While law enforcement has not labeled the shooting in Georgia a hate crime, Asian Americans I spoke to today say it still hits too close to home.
Is the Filipino way?
Each with different backgrounds, all identifying as Asian American.
The key word there is Americans. We are Americans, and so we represent what any American represents.
The heartbreak from Tuesday's deadly shooting spree in Georgia being felt 500 miles away in Arkansas. After a shooter in Atlanta walked into 3 separate Georgia salons and opened fire, killing 8 Americans, 6 of them Asian women.
6 Asian women were shot, and those are 6 people who identify as like I identify.
Sad, frustrated, confused. You know, like, why is this happening?
Investigators in Atlanta still working to figure out the shooter's motive. The suspect telling police his actions were not racially motivated.
It's been very traumatizing, actually, for the Asian American community, not just in Arkansas, but across the nation.
We've been here a long time.
Each in this group say they believe the rhetoric surrounding the coronavirus has contributed to the hate some Asian Americans are experiencing today.
Calling it the Kung flu, I mean, that's, you know, you would think it's trivial, but it's just ridiculous.
It's not a Chinese problem. It's a world pandemic.
These 4 saying true change can only start when we begin appreciating what makes us different.
Just because we don't look alike, or we don't sound alike, or we don't eat the same foods or have the same culture, doesn't mean that we can't get to know one another, right? And be friends and learn something from each other.
Little Rock police say they're increasing patrol around Asian American businesses during this time in Little Rock. They tell me that will continue for a while. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Hunter.